This is the last time I ignore my phone when someone won't stop texting me. Good evening, detective. I have a confession to make. I'm not very good at this whole ignoring your phone thing. It's just something about the little red bubble of notifications that always gets me every time. And today was no different. I had an early shift in the hospital, so I left my phone at home. But on my way out the door, I got a text. It was from an unknown number. It said, "Do you want to play hide and seek?" And I thought, how fun. You know, maybe I could get a few hours of sleep before I started my shift. So I typed, "Sure," and went out the door. I didn't think anything of it until later that day. When I got off work at 6 p.m., I was greeted with 43 new messages from that same unknown number. Where are you? 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 Obviously, I was confused. I mean, I'd only responded to the guy once, but he was relentless. So I decided I should probably address it, because if this person was gonna stalk me, then I at least wanted them to know I saw their messages. So I opened up the conversation and typed, "Who is this?" Immediately they responded, "Thought we were gonna play a game." I replied, "What game?" Then they texted, "Hide and seek," and then they sent a winky face emoji. I rolled my eyes, threw my phone on the couch, and walked into the kitchen to get a drink. And that's when I heard a knock on the door. I looked through the peephole, and there was a man standing on my porch holding a teddy bear. I quickly hid behind the door and peeked through the peephole again. The man was still there, holding the teddy bear and dancing awkwardly. He rang the doorbell again, and I heard him say, "Boo!" through the door. I told myself, "Ashley, you're being ridiculous. There's no way that this person from the weird text is actually here right now." So I decided to open the door. "Can I help you?" I asked. The man jumped and dropped his teddy bear. "Oh, hi," he said. Are you expecting someone?" I asked. "Oh, yeah, someone who likes hide and seek," he said. I felt a chill run down my spine. How did he know I played hide and seek? Was he stalking me? Had he been following me all day? Why did he have a teddy bear? What was he playing at? I was so confused. The man took a step forward and said, "I'm looking for Ashley." "That's me," I said. The man's eyes lit up, and he said, "Perfect." He reached for me, but I flinched and stepped back. What are you doing?" "Primera ask it." The man paused for a moment and looked at me like I was crazy. "You said you wanted to play hide and seek," he said. I was completely shocked. So this guy really was here because of the text messages. But why did he have a teddy bear? That didn't make any sense. I decided I needed more information. "Wait a second," I said. "Are you here because of the text messages?" The man nodded slowly. "Yes," he said. "And you said you wanted to play hide and seek." I hesitated for a moment, trying to figure out how to respond. Finally, I said, "Well, I guess we could play hide and seek. But how do I know that you'll stop texting me if I agree?" The man smiled and said, "I promise I won't text you again if you let me play hide and seek with you." I knew I was making a mistake, but I couldn't resist the idea of having someone else search for me for a change. I agreed to play hide and seek with the man, and he became my first ever real-life stalker. The man began searching the house, and I raced upstairs to hide in my closet. I grabbed my phone and texted my friend. "Help me!" My friend responded, "What's wrong?" So I texted her, "I have a man in my house and he's looking for me. Please call the police and tell them to come to my house ASAP." Then I turned off my phone and hid in the closet. A few minutes later, I heard sirens and the sound of police voices. And I thought, yes, thank God. But then I heard my front door burst open and the man's voice scream. He found me, and then everything went black. When he woke up, I was lying on the floor with my head throbbing. I sat up and saw 2 police officers looking down at me. "Are you okay?" one of them asked. "Yeah, I'm fine," I lied. "What happened?" The officer explained that they received a call about a possible break-in, and that's why they came to my house. But there was no sign of forced entry and nothing seemed to be stolen. the other officer said, "and you said that you were fine, so we're leaving now." They both walked toward the door. "Wait a second," I said. "Do you know a man who was here?" The officers paused and turned around. "No," one of them said. "We didn't see anyone while we were here." And then they left. I slowly stood up, feeling weak and confused. What did they mean they didn't see anyone? I had texted my friend to call the police, and I even heard sirens. And now the police were telling me that they didn't see anyone. Was I going crazy? Did the man hurt me? Why was I feeling so sick? Then I remembered my phone. I ran to the couch where I'd left it and picked it up. I had 12 new messages from an unknown number. I clicked on the conversation and began reading. "Why didn't you come out and play hide and seek? Did you find a good hiding spot? I bet you can't hide from me forever. I'm coming for you." I felt a chill run down my spine as I read the message. This wasn't just some harmless game anymore. This guy was serious, and I was scared. I tried calling my friend, but it went straight to voicemail. So I called my neighbor instead. She picked up, and I said, "Hey, I'm so sorry to bother you, but do you have a spare set of keys that I could borrow? I think I locked myself out of my house." My neighbor agreed, and she arrived at my house within 10 minutes. We walked to my front door, and she unlocked it. "Thanks so much," I said. "No problem," she replied. And then she noticed something strange. "Is that blood on the floor?" "Sasket." I looked down and realized that there were small blood stains on my floor. I had no idea where they came from, but I knew I needed to leave. Yeah, never mind," I said. "I'll just go now." I walked out the door and saw a man standing on my lawn staring at me. I screamed and ran to my neighbor's house. When I finally calmed down, my neighbor asked, "Are you sure you're okay? You look really scared." "Yeah, I'm fine." I lied. "Just a little shaken up is all." I knew I couldn't stay at my house, so my neighbor offered for me to stay with her. I accepted, and I've been staying with her ever since. The police still haven't caught the man who texted me hide and seek, and I am terrified that he is going to show up at my neighbor's house and try to find me. I haven't slept in days, and I'm too scared to go back to my own house. I don't know what to do. All I know is that I wish I had listened to my gut when I first received that text message saying, "Do you want to play hide and seek?"